We're just going to have 2 hours of silence tonight. We're just going to hang out and say nothing and see how many people stay around. Nothing, just look.
Hey, you know, people watch people sleep, you know, and they'll have thousands of watchers. Any of you guys watch people sleep? Y'all
I
weird.
don't believe that.
They do. I've clicked on them.
I mean, unless there's something else going on.
No, I've been
like sleep plus a little action.
And I've been curious as to why people do that.
How do you know that? I mean,
because I click on the lives to
you watch
see.
people sleep.
I want to see how many people are watching them.
What do you search live sleeping?
No, but sometimes they come up and families of different countries sleeping on the floor. Like, it's the weirdest shit ever. Hello from Egypt. And they have more followers, more watchers than we even get with Grandpa. It's the weirdest shit ever. Hi guys, I tried to get a nap. I didn't do well. Grandpa's had a very anxious afternoon after his Mohs procedure.
Grandpa was it's been rough with Grandpa
Why'd
today.
You laugh?
He had a Mohs surgery today, and
why'd you laugh?
I didn't laugh.
You did. You looked at me weirdly when I said that.
I mean, I'm not worried about myself today. I mean, Jesus.
I was worried about my nap. Somebody asked how my nap was.
Your nap was fine, but we're exhausted because it was a rough day. I mean, most surgery days are always rough.
Lori, which one? Oh, is that the podiatrist one? Are you the podiatrist shirt, Lori? I try to keep everybody's names in check, but I always forget. Hi, Rita. How are you? We just got some of the packages that were sent to Dan's office. Yes. You know, his secretary. Oh yeah.
Thank you,
okay,
Tammy.
thank you.
I appreciate that.
I giggled at you because when I first got the first podiatrist shirt and I held it up, I was like, who in the hell is gonna fit into this? And I giggled because your note said, I think I sent you a small one. I do have this small one packed up with Grandpa's shirts, the special shirts. So I do have that packed up. So yes, it's in the wash right now, so he can wear it. He'll love it. Thank you, Lori.
David, Grandpa is amazing. He's not complained once. He doesn't even know that it's on his face. And, you know, which makes it really difficult for us because he's getting up. He has no idea that he had surgery and he can't walk around like he normally does. He's got to keep his heart rate down. He can't have it, you know, can't have pumping blood because otherwise it'll start pumping out of his face. And
Victoria, a lot.
So it's incredibly difficult on days like today. What's a ligma?
Beth, I do.
I'm not sure what a ligma is. I don't know what it is. Did I fuck up?
Yes. Anyhow.
Well, what is it? Tell me. I still don't get it.
So yeah, so he's extra anxious and he doesn't understand that. So we are the people who like constantly are yelling at him. We're yelling at the disease because it's like he doesn't get it, right? Sit down. You've had surgery.
It is very difficult, and you know, it's easy to let things go when it's not serious, but when they're serious, it's difficult. And he's saying things like, I'm going, Dad, I show him, look, you got a bandage on your, I just put that on my face 10 minutes ago.
Dan, are you here?
No.
What? Are you going to need something?
No.
Why?
He's going to start choking any second.
Yeah. Hi, Brent, how are you? And Deb left today. It's been a very eventful day. We've had a lot going on, and we didn't sleep last night, so it was.
I still don't know what that meant.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you.
Tell it in my ear.
It stands for lick my ass.
Ligma?
Ligma.
Okay, great. Yes, they teach Ligma there. I've been working on it myself. I have not quite got there. My flexibility just isn't Ligma quality yet, but it's a goal. It's on my bucket list. And hopefully someday, after years of yoga, then yes.
Everybody, you're not the only immature one. Because he kept asking, and so Dan's like, what the hell, fine. Yes, it's the way you say it. It's like what Andrew and his 19-year-old friends do. So you're welcome, if that makes you feel better. Yes.
January's on a plane somewhere.
No, she's not. She's doing a
flying
live.
into
She's
March.
doing a live in the airport, waiting for her next flight. So yes, Robert, it gets really.
It's hard, and it's going to be hard tonight because every time
She just boarded.
every time he gets up, I have to get up whether he wanders off or not because I don't know if he's.
Oh, Beth, we're trying.
Pulling his
honey,
thing
we're
off.
trying. She's
Brandy,
doing
we're
good.
lost too. I don't know what the hell's going on.
People think it's funny.
What?
The stupid childhood ligma. It's stupid. It's.
I mean,
what,
it's
it's
kind
what
of
young.
funny.
It's what young kids do.
If you get, if I said it and it sounded like that, and I, just said it because I didn't realize what I was reading, that might be kind of funny. Like when they go, they do a joke, they'll go to the coffee shop and they'll say, "What's your name?"
Ligma.
My name is,
Mr. Ligma?
Lick, my thing or
No,
whatever, and then they
it's
put the names
not
together.
not for adults. It's
I didn't
not.
want to say, the real thing, but.
No.
They do it. It's funny TikToks, but
Ugh.
oh, you turned 50. Welcome to the club, Eric. I remember that day. That's probably the toughest birthday. Turning 50. It's different. Turning 40 is bad enough, but when you turn 50, it's
No, Emily.
I'm on the other side.
Ernst
I'm on the other side.
Extra crispies. Yeah. So no. Anyhow, we hear him. It's very easy to hear him. He slips right next to us. It's not. He's literally. We hear him, and sometimes when we sleep so soundly, we don't hear him, and that's okay too. He's probably not hungry. Is what he's gonna
he
do.
ate so much.
He's
today.
been eating.
Dad, what you doing? What are you doing? Don't worry about that. Come sit down. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
No.
I do.
Well, don't worry about it. Danielle, you want these eggs off? He's gonna get up. He sees the steam coming out.
Oh no! I gotta put the. Okay, come sit down. I gotta put the noodles in.
All right.
There's not eggs.
He took his clothing protector off.
Just say a bib.
He's gonna get back up. He sees the. She's boiling water to make hard-boiled eggs, and he sees the steam. He's worried that it's fire. Deborah, the surgery went amazing. We have the absolute best doctor. I mean, we just lucked out. We have, he's a professor at University of California, Davis. He teaches all the other doctors how to do these procedures. He is just top notch. Dr. Eisen at at University of California, Davis. And it's his fifth one. We went in, we were the first people in. I mean, we got really early, but we got in, so there was no waiting. The doc got it on the first, he's been doing it forever, and he got it all. He knows how to, feel. He has the touch, and it was a straight line incision, so it was a straight line stitch up. The surgery went as well as it could go. Now the aftermath is what is the
Hey, but
difficult.
I'll have to say this.
My patience is amazing. You should have seen me today and on Sunday. My patience wasn't quite as amazing as you've seen on the video. So I do slip, especially when it's a stressful situation. We have fake people everywhere, Angela.
I know they're saying because they're doing lives with the toys. So.
Yeah. So I mean, it just is what it is. It's not us. It's up to the apps to shut those down, and it's unfortunate because puts people at risk. I don't know what the hell they're selling or children's toys. I don't know if they have lead. I don't know what it is, but it's really unfortunate that that's going on. And I hope the apps get a handle on that and stop it, because I don't want any kid to get hurt in my name. We're not going to be able to do the live. I mean, it's just we're not going to be able to do this very long.
Ed,
because
don't worry about that. I know.
He's not, and he's not. It won't help because he's stressed out today from the surgery.
No,
So
don't worry worry about
he
that.
acts out stress differently than other people. You know,
I know it's there.
his stress comes in
Just
repetition
don't worry
and
about
getting up to deal with things. So it's just not going to work tonight, dear. It's gonna be an ongoing thing. Grandpa, and we watched more volleyball. You watch swimming. The Olympics have actually been kind of a godsend for me because it really can occupy his time.
Oh, sorry, Zeke. That is hard.
Jennifer's 2 years to go, and she'll be out practicing. She got past the bar.
Oh, thanks, Becky. Oh, hi, Becky. Yeah. I'm glad you got to hug me. I'm glad. I love seeing people. I had a woman last night come up to me too, and she kind of reached around and she goes, "I appreciate everything you and your husband do." So it was great. Oh, I'm so glad. Your last night too. You got lucky on your last night. That was a win. I'm just kidding.
Lucky? What does that mean?
Well, because
I guess getting lucky is different in Vegas than any other city.
She knew we were there, and she thought, how cool would it be if I ran into the Salingers? And then here we were. So that was pretty cool.
Was I there?
I think you kind of were at some point. Do you have family?
No, that is.
Somebody sent the Humboldt Cal Poly shirt, and then we had Hannah's boyfriend went to Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo.
Down south, yeah.
Becky, I have a link tree. If you follow me on my account, I have a link tree and the address is there. Yeah. Are you following me?
How you doing down in Nigeria? Or is I even down there? I guess it's down there. We're in the.
Oh,
upper
thanks,
hemisphere.
Norma. Hi, Christy. I haven't read the email yet. I was thinking I was going to do that today, and I tried to sleep, so I'll get to that. Okay, perfect, Becky. He only has one page. It's the page you're on. He has 2.1 million followers. Simple.
I mean, I'm sitting on it right now on a live. So this is my only
Hi,
page on
Dad.
TikTok. That's it. One page, and you're on it. Eric, I'm hoping he doesn't get traded.
I am.
That's my hope. I'd really like to keep him. McCaffrey gave a really big hint.
Oh, sorry, Nate.
He referred to him as my ex-teammate, and that was the biggest indication that he's probably not going to be there next year. And it's unfortunate because he's one of the
Thanks,
best in the
BG.
league.
I appreciate you watching them. Jolene. Hi, Steve. Did you get the car taken care of, Steve?
Thanks, Tori. How you doing in Scotland? As you know or may not know, I'm 25% Scot. I never knew that. So now when I'm watching Star Trek, the original
Oh, thanks,
Kirk,
loyalty.
and Scotty comes on, I go, I guess that's his. Scotty represents me. So I'm an engineering guy.
Testing from the car. Testing. Revisions. Oh, and we'll send to you.
How you doing in Norway?
It's been crazy. We don't know if Ed's done with all the surgeries because he'll go in and he'll get another checkup, and we hope. But we didn't think he was gonna.
I don't have any faith that it's going to stop. It's been going on now for
Several years. 2 years.
for 10, 12, 15 years. I mean, he was getting these surgeries before he even got sick, and
He had
so.
a big gash taken out of his nose.
And he's had them taken on other parts of his body. So we have him checked out every 6 months, so we catch it early. And hopefully, if you catch it early, it doesn't. It could be
Thanks,
like
Eric.
today. It's a one and done. I mean, the first incision, the doc was able to get margin, so he got it all out. In the past, they've had to go back in 2 or 3 times. You go, shit, I didn't get it all, so I got to go back in and take more out. And those are really tough to recover from. So we're hoping this is going to be an easier recovery, but
Hoping.
it's not going to.
I have to say that this is the longest he's ever kept a bandage on. But we have been on him. I was on him when you were on a walk. Debbie was on him this morning. So we have been on him. But this is the longest. It probably won't stay on, but it's been the longest. So that's great because maybe it'll have the time that's been clotted already.
If he wakes up tomorrow in the morning, if it's still on, I'll be happy. Even if
Yes, today.
it's supposed to be on for 2 days, I'll be happy if it stays on for 1 day.
I don't think that's way too high hopes.
I'm hoping. If you can get through the night with it on, we're sailing.
Oh my God. Took your girls to the Zach Bryan concert last night and the Crazy Storms. That's crazy.
I don't even
I
know
know,
who
I
Zach
should.
Bryan is.
I should knock.
I'm out of, I mean, the new acts, I just don't know.
Yeah. Tammy, my TikTok page is Mrs. D Sal NorCal. Mrs. D Sal NorCal. No underscores, no upper cases, just Mrs. D Sal NorCal. My main page has almost 700,000 followers.
Jojo, it's funny, you say, how is Uncle Ed? So, his nephews and nieces, if they were going to talk to him, they call him Uncle Eddie, because both my aunt and my uncle who passed, my Uncle Bill, always referred to my dad as Eddie. So his children, all their children, even today, refer to him as Uncle Eddie. It's kind of funny the way that my family, people get a kick out when people call me Danny. Like my Ricky, Dave's wife, and my mom or whoever, my sister, they call me Danny. It's just something that sticks with you get it in childhood and it sticks with you. How you doing in Kenya?
I gave him so much food and he's just
I mean,
chowing.
So he ate, we got up this morning at 5 o'clock. I fed him a bowl of cereal with a banana. He ate it. We went to we had the Mohs surgery, and we were in there for maybe only an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And he was saying, I'm hungry the whole time. So it's like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I'm like, Dad, you don't even normally up at this time and you already had breakfast. But he was hungry. So on the way home, 2 Egg McMuffins. One is still in there. So he came home about 10 o'clock. He ate an Egg McMuffin without cheese. I ordered it without cheese. So he did the egg and the
What's the point?
Because he doesn't like the cheese on it. So I know my dad. He doesn't like American cheese. So, and he wouldn't eat it to have it. So I know him well enough that he ate the Egg McMuffin. Then Danielle made him a huge lunch. I mean, it was a big sandwich. There were chips and other crap, whatever the hell you gave him. And he ate
grapes,
that.
and then he ate more grapes, and more
then
grapes.
He ate an entire bag of grapes, and whatever else he ate that I didn't see.
And I gave him, what I give him? I gave him a cookie.
And then a big dinner that he's eating right now, and he's just chowing. So if you gauge on your appetite, my dad is healthy as a horse. I have 4 brothers.
Hi, Lisa. Let eat what he wants.
Ed eats what he wants.
Did we not say we?
I mean, Ed eats what he wants and when he wants. You really can't stop him from doing things.
Does he
it's
forget
not
that
like
he eats?
it's not
Yes.
like I go, Dad, don't eat that, or
Hi,
you're
Jenna.
not hungry. You ate 2 minutes ago. He doesn't listen to me. He's still very stubborn that way, and he does what he wants to do. And even if he does listen to me, he forgets that he decided to listen to me, and he does what he wants anyway 5 minutes later. Once it's in his head that he's hungry,
And somebody had
you
asked.
better feed the man.
Somebody asked earlier too if he forgets he eats. Pretty much he does.
Oh.
And he wouldn't stop eating if you gave him something. He wouldn't eat as much, but he would still eat constantly.
I wouldn't
every
listen
day.
either. I'm the same way. I inherited it. So, how you doing in Scotland again? I just watched the video of you asking if he's from Scotland. I don't remember which video. There are a lot of videos, but I do remember that happening from various times. Where I'm after, Dad, you're older than me. I am. I'd be happy to take a reward in heaven. That would be great. Just get me there. Just if it cancels out all the shitty stuff I've done in my life, that's great. If there's a balancing scale, the heavenly scale, and your bad stuff versus your good stuff, I hope that I get enough. I need to live a little longer to get some more good stuff because I had such a bad start. I need to come back.
A comeback of what?
Monica, are you 92 or are you just?
Oh, thanks, C.
If you're 92 and you're on this live and doing hearts, that's pretty amazing. Or you could just be saying what my dad says.
My uncle seems to have gotten a fear of water since all so much. No, Carrie. I pretty much I sometimes don't even tell him he's showering. I just say, follow me.
It was really hard, but Danielle and I both have it down. In fact, you gave him a shower yesterday morning, and I had to give him a shower at 5 this morning.
And let me tell you who showers better. Mine.
Congratulations.
Loud.
This morning at 5 o'clock, I was up giving him a shower before
I wash his hair, you don't.
I put the shampoo
Yeah.
on his hair.
Wash your hair.
I will lather
Wash
it
your hair. Yeah.
Back of your head.
You're saying lather, and he can't hear that in the fucking shower.
Well, it works, and I go,
No.
down here, get it more, get way in there. That's my
So
thing.
for those of you who give Dan a hard time about not showering his dad, it's because I do it better, I do it easier, and it's not so loud. I was trying to sleep during that time. You can't. He woke up the whole house. Even Debbie heard you from upstairs showering.
You got to get clean before you have surgery. You can't go into surgery dirty. You got to be clean. So he got a shower at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it was chilly for the first time. So it was chillier. So hats off, hats for you. I am pretty much retired. I will always have a couple cases.
And you put his shirt on backwards.
This morning,
his shirt's on backwards. I was like, what is going on? It's backwards.
nobody said anything.
So
None of the nurses said
poor
anything.
Ed has a backwards shirt on and went
They
to
didn't
the
know.
operation like that.
I did take some video, so I'll give a video at some point. I'm so exhausted I couldn't even post today anywhere because I was just too tired and not feeling it. So I couldn't go and edit, but I did take some video today.
And everybody is bitching. Where's your husband? Why hasn't he posted a video? I'm like, you guys, I don't know.
If I don't have something good to post, I posted everything, right? You've seen most everything. So I really try and make every video I post mean something or, have something in it that's worth watching more than just, because you guys know, you've seen it, and I don't want to post a video of him saying, where's my checkbook, where's my wallet? You've seen it 1,000 times. I try and post things that are just a little bit different. And give you a little bit something new or entertaining, or he says something that is classic, and that's getting harder too because he's less talkative today, and so you get less those golden Edisms that he's become well known for. Just his incredible. Well, you like my singing, Dad? Do you like it? Those kinds of things. So I will post. I promise. It's just. The more stressed and tired I am, the more difficult it is to get to post. And I'm just a year or two ago I might have just posted a video. And now I'm a little more careful about what I post. I want to give his viewers the best of him. So they will be there, and hopefully you will enjoy them. I'm still a lawyer and a poet and a lover. Thanks, Casey. I appreciate that. Am I a Carolina fan? Am I wearing a Carolina shirt? I first of all, I love every state in the United States. So I'm a fan of every state. I love meeting people from every state. I love meeting people, from every part of every state, which are often different. I love meeting Americans. I'm going to go for a trip with my buddy who lives in Portland. And we're going to drive up to Eastern Washington and Eastern Oregon, and we'll go to these small towns, and we'll go to the local pub in these small towns and just engage with the local community, people that might have lived in some small town in Washington their whole life, and it's just amazing. So I love that. But the Carolina shirt was probably sent by a viewer from Carolina. And I do, every time someone sends something from somewhere, whether it's a college, we try and either wear it or put it on Grandpa so that you can, people can see what they've sent in and get a kick out of it. So we try and, but oftentimes, like at night, I'm still pulling the first shirt out. So a lot of times he ends up wearing the same shirts because when they're washed, they go back on top. I know DCL NorCal 1 selling gadgets. I've reported it. I can't take it down myself. It's up to the apps. I don't know why they're not, policing their own apps. It's kind of ironic. Danielle gets taken down in her lives, and then there's fake accounts that are doing lives, and they don't get taken down. But hopefully TikTok's going to get on track and get that taken care of. But I have too much to worry about than worry about fake accounts. I mean, I have so much going on, and there's so many things outside, and I still do have cases that I'm finishing up for my law. And new people call me with private call yesterday about a new case, an old client, and I will still help my old client. So I've been really kind of busy lately.
Thanks, Matt.
We do have Iowa shirts. I don't know if you have an Iowa State shirt, Sarah, but if you send it, somebody will wear it.
We have an Iowa Iowa State sweatshirt, I think.
And you know, one of the very first relatives that brought my dad's grandfather over, it was my dad's grandfather, my great grandfather, his brother Lou lived in Iowa, Centerville, Iowa, and was one of the founding members of that town.
Tina. That was one of the first shirts he got, was the Arizona Razorbacks.
Tamara, I'd love for you to meet Ed. He is amazing. You know, when we go to surgery, they know about his social media. Even the doctor was saying, you know, I was showing my kids that I'm going to do a TikTok star. I'm operating on a TikTok star tomorrow. And they showed, you know, he showed his kids the videos. And I think one of his kids watched the channel. And the nurses all know. And what's beautiful is they come in, they say hi to him. And he is so kind and gracious to everybody. He stops and, you know, if someone says hi to him, he will stop and say, oh, how are you doing today, honey, or whatever. Especially if they're nurses. He is so good to people, and he has no idea that they, you know, that they adore him. He's just like that on his own.
Your baby picture showed up on my feed today.
My
baby, not the baby picture, but the baby video, where he and Dos Coyotes when you were with your sister and your mom. And how he does, he always stops for kids. That's just Ed.
The baby was there. I was worried that the baby was going to. I was going to get the kid's face. So I don't. You know, if there's strangers in public, even though you can public, I've never filmed kids and put them on the channel. So luckily, the baby never looked, and Grandpa was there cooing at the baby. I thought it was a cute video.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Chatty. He's sitting at the table eating dinner.
He had surgery, Chatty. Oh, did you just answer?
I just did. Hi Heidi, thank you for the Kitchen Chronicles. The majority of you understand the Kitchen Chronicles. There's some of you that call me the food police and all that stuff. Cincy girl, this is your last warning.
I am the one.
Moderators, this is her last warning. She wants to keep that shit up. But I'm glad, I am glad for sure that
there's no HIPAA violation for a doctor showing a TikTok video that I published and has been seen by 100,000 people. There's not a HIPAA violation. If the doctor took video in the office and posted it, that would be a HIPAA violation. These guys are professionals. They are just, I am so grateful for the medical treatment and the professionals that take care of my dad. They treat him like he's their own. They watch out for him. They get his appointments quickly. They schedule him at a time where he doesn't have to wait in the waiting room. He has the best medical treatment in the world, and I'm grateful. They would never. I'd be happy to let the doc do anything he wanted.
I shouldn't have said the first and only warning because it wasn't a last warning. I haven't given her a warning yet. Oh well, she's gone. She gone. She gone.
I don't know why we're wasting time.
Thanks, Missy Adams. Hello from Wyoming. Hi, Stephen. Hi, JB. Ed is eating. He should be done. I know.
Is he done?
I gave him so many raviolis and the biggest salad. So
he's eating a lot. How you doing in Boise? We're going to be traveling near Boise, and I have a cousin there that lives in Boise. She's a hairdresser. She owns the Mod Salon in Boise, and I was just thinking, I've never met her. We discovered our relationship through ancestry. My mom had a half sister that she never knew about. Her dad was, out of her life for most of her life. So we discovered this whole part of the family, and I'd love to meet. I met her mother, but I've never met my cousin. Bellingham that's in the western part of the state. I've been there. I've been to Bellingham. Driving, from Seattle to Canada. I've gone to Bellingham. Are you moving to Boise in 2 days? Dulce, that's my cousin, the Mod Salon. How you doing up in Newfoundland? And down in Jamaica? Doing any bobsledding down there? Reminded of the Olympics.
What keeps you alive every day?
Ashley, I highly doubt that my dad's going to join today. He has a bandage on his face, and I would be shocked if he was in a position or able to join and contribute. So I highly doubt it. maybe by Friday he'll be feeling up to it. But I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Vancouver. I've been to the other side of the country. I was born in California. Danielle was born in Tennessee. We have a lot of Belgium fans. How you doing in Michigan, Sandra? Our guest, Debbie, was from Michigan. She's flying back, so. The Castle Rock, Washington. I'm not, I don't know where, I think he mentioned something about Mount St. Helens and then somewhere else.
Yeah, you made a mess. Don't worry about that until after you eat, because more of it will come on your body.
I think that's an awesome promise. I made the same promise to my mom because my mom grew up, she spent a good portion of her childhood in a home. Her mother was not in a place to take care of her, you know, she could have, but for whatever reason she didn't. And so I made that promise to my mom. And I will hold that promise no matter what.
What up, Brad? A tip for getting you know, we've been so lucky, Danielle, that we haven't had many fights
After he
about
took
that
care
stuff.
of you your whole life, nice of you to monetize it. You know? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're
You
gonna
know,
waste
we
time
went
on that?
3 years without making a penny on social media, so I guess I just knew 3 years from now we're gonna be able to
It's
monetize
supposed
this.
to help him. If he's still kind of with it, I don't know. But we've been really lucky. I know we talked about you. I am there for your back. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. No, never watched the Game of Thrones.
And I'll tell you, you know, I can tell you, Danielle, she's invaluable to me, regardless of whatever people say. And I can tell you more because while Debbie was here, Danielle's gone a lot, and it's a lot more of the burden falls on me, and it is hard. It's stressful. So I can tell you, I appreciate what she does for me, and I notice when she's not there to do it. And my stress level's up here, my anxiety level's up here. So it's a team effort. And you know, she does a really good job. She's invaluable to me, that's for sure.
Can I get that in writing and frame it?
You have it on.
I want to frame that so that way I can.
Do I not ever say that? Is that something different than I
I
normally
want to
say?
put it on my bedside table and read it every night before I go to bed with the I love you. You are the, I need you. Have you watched the series Lost, Sandy? I love Lost. I watched it prime time.
Lost?
Yeah, Lost.
Is that coming out again?
No.
They're doing a reboot of something.
They're doing a reboot of Beetlejuice. They've got a whole bunch of reboots coming up, which I think are just ridiculous. It's like, can you make me a poem with all those words in it, please? I need a poem. I want to frame that shit. No, he never tells me that shit. The only time he tells you that shit is when you.
I'll tell you about reboots. Here's my idea for a reboot. So, some of you might know that I have a client who's a musician, a really successful musician. He's in a band called Marca MP. And I don't know if people on tonight know Pedro Vargas, but he is, I look at him and he's a really handsome guy. He looks younger than he is, and he would have been freaking perfect for La Bamba. And I'm just thinking to myself, is there any way I could get, or they did a reboot, he would be, what?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Lou Diamond Phillips did the first one. He's old now. But, and you can't do a part 2 for La Bamba because he dies. So you have to do a reboot of the old one. You know, like they keep doing, what was that one that A Star Is Born? They keep redoing A Star Is Born with new talent. And I think La Bamba could be another story that they could continue telling. And I have the perfect person to play Richie Valens.
You are excited for Beetlejuice?
Who is in Beetlejuice? Who's
The
going to
same
play
people.
Beetlejuice?
Michael, whatever his name.
Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton and Winona Ryder's in it. There's all the people are in it.
Wow, that is really cool. I mean, this is like another Star Wars.
Terry wants to know what keeps you from hiring help for a few hours a week.
I don't know
Hi, Robin.
what that would provide for us, right? I mean, like, if I, you know, I like to get away, like, it'd be great for us to get away for a couple hours, but it's really hard to schedule that stuff, to schedule our time out, because we have such busy schedules aside from my dad, you know, sometimes I have court, sometimes I have this, so knowing when to hire somebody, and, you know, it's tough to find good people that can come in and they're willing to work 4 hours a week, you know, just to give us a break here and there. And it's not easy for somebody else, because my dad's difficult when he doesn't recognize you. He's not as easy, so it would not be an easy task for somebody. But it is definitely something that we may have to look into at some point in the future, you know, for 12, 15 hours a week, you know, especially if he goes into a phase where he's up all night and not, you know, and sleeping during the day, then it might really become necessary. But, you know, right now with Danielle, we're able to handle it. I'm pretty
Jade. I was impressed.
mellow, pretty, you know, even keel. If she was gone, if I was doing it by myself, I'd have to have help.
Gina, that's funny.
I'd probably have to have it every day.
If I died.
Yeah, I'd probably have to have someone for 4 hours. I mean, 4 hours a day, I could do it.
Moneymaker's here. He sent you a message.
Is he going to tell me how many games the Giants lost? Bullshit. Bullshit.
Thanks, Brandy.
Moneymaker is saying that Ayuk's going to Pittsburgh. Is that? I mean, he always feeds me a bunch of crap, so but sometimes he throws the truth out there. So I hope that's not true. I'm holding out hope that Ayuk is in a 49ers uniform.
We did not
next year or the year after.
feel the earthquake. We were too.
That was down south, and it was only a 5.
Only.
It's a joke. A 5 is a joke.
But here's the thing: a lot of people.
In
Some
fact,
people.
the headline said Bakersfield rocked by 5.3. I don't even know. It wouldn't even wake me up.
Yes, you do.
A 5.0 is nothing.
Yes, you do.
Well, you weren't born in California. You have no idea.
By
I've
the
lived
way,
through 7s,
They
7
felt
2s,
it in Fresno.
8s.
They felt it in Fresno.
100 miles away from Bakersfield. That's nothing. It's a
Why
nothing
are you
burger.
so angry about that?
I'm angry about the earthquake because it rocked.
Now he's up.
Baker.
I've already been up
It
5
rocked.
times.
I'll get it.
Ventura sugar.
Pop, stop.
It's hot, Brendan. It's still 100.
I'll take that. There you go.
Yeah, it's still 100.
All right. Did he take his pills?
Yes.
All right, Pop. You want to go sit on the couch?
It was the most you felt. I bet. Like,
Bring that to
you
the
guys,
couch.
I'm telling you, 5'2", no thank you. I don't give a shit. I don't want to feel anything. Hiring carrot is only a convenience.
I'll bring it for you to the couch.
Me too, Iceman. The Loma Prieta quake. I was in it. I was alone, and I was scared. How about that? I was alone. I had just sat down to do my French homework. Yeah. But if I makes you wonder, right? Is it just the 5, or what are we getting? 7.1. Bro, I was right there with you. I'm Wisconsin to live with my mom. Oh, sorry, Casey, hang in there. You have 90s and a cool breeze when there are rollers or shakers. Yeah, that Loma Prieta was a little bit of both. You were 12. I was older than you. Yeah, I think I was a freshman in high school. So thanks for pointing out that I'm older than you, Iceman. Thank you. It makes me feel great at this day and age. Just kidding. Last night was our first. Oh my gosh, Nicole. Welcome to the earthquakes, the land of the quakes. Oh, hi, Renata. I know.
I mean, the soccer team that I grew up with was called the Earthquakes.
The Noma. 300 aftershocks. I read there was a lot of aftershocks.
The earthquake in San
I
Francisco
saw how
was
you
like
tried.
a 9. Was a 9, either a
I saw
high
you
8s or
try
low
that.
9s.
I saw you hit that.
The
well.
1906
You did. I'll
quake.
give you credit for that.
1906, man. I
I'll give
believe
you
it was
credit for that.
1906. And you got to know, San Francisco is not part. It's part of California, but it's all landfill. You know,
Alright.
other than the hills, everything down, all those buildings are built on those. San Francisco was made by pumping dirt in there. So when there is an earthquake in San Francisco, it's going to be a lot worse than, say, you know, maybe parts of LA. It might take a stronger earthquake. And I could be totally freaking wrong because I'm not a seismologist.
I said,
I'm
can
not.
we not talk about that?
What?
No, we did not feel it here. No.
There was one in 89 in October
funny, too.
during the World Series. 7.5. That was a 7-something earthquake. And I know exactly where I was. It was a bad earthquake. It was 89 during the Bay Bridge series between San Francisco, and I was at San Jose State with
Me
a
too,
friend of
Heidi.
mine,
I'm with you.
watching the beginning of that, waiting for a night class that I had that night.
The A's
Marketing
Giants
was the-
game.
was the
Yeah,
thing.
wasn't there a game?
And it was going on.
The
and
Bay
then
Bridge broke.
the Bay Bridge broke. We were watching on TV, and then I drove my bike back from
Oh my gosh.
San Jose State that night. I drove my bike. Thank God, because
Yes,
all the lights were out. You know, bridges were down, roads were closed. There was a gridlock on the streets. Things had
Oh,
crashed.
thanks, Angel.
So thank God I rode my bike that day. My dad is doing fine.
Yeah, I hate earthquakes. I hate it. My sister was at the game.
They don't bother me at all. The last time that we had that earthquake, the 89, when it was over and we were dealing with afterquakes, aftershocks,
Good luck.
I was surfing them.
You're
you
never,
know, like
you're
it
never
comes and you
prepared,
can kind of
let me tell
surf.
you. Yeah, Iceman lives 5 miles from the epicenter, so he said, take that, Dan.
Who did?
Iceman. He lives in Santa Cruz.
You talk about the Loma Prieta.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, Santa Cruz got hammered. But you know, the Bay Bridge didn't come down to Santa Cruz. It was bad everywhere,
Everywhere.
but it did. He's correct on the location of the epicenter.
Well, no shit, because he was right there.
Happy birthday, Fly Girl. Did you live in the Bay Area when that hit
Yeah, so scary.
on your birthday?
Yeah, in Napa. Oh,
You got apartments. A lot of apartments got red tagged. My mom's chimney had to get redone. You know, there was damage to my mom's chimney at
You were in
her
Northridge?
condo.
My aunt left Northridge after that quake. She was like, yeah, I'm done. Moved back to Nashville with her kids. When do you open your gifts? When I get them, as they come. Yeah.
Winter, Mark is not a doctor. Our older brother. Mark is the second brother. My oldest brother's the doctor, Dave. And he was an anesthesiologist, converted pain management guy.
Her dentures, the Fed. What did we do about that? I didn't even know. I love ghosts. Watsonville got hammered too.
Watsonville got hammered
I
too.
used to spend a lot of time in Cali. I felt tremors in that big one. That's nice. Northridge is
Oregon, will
scary.
Oregon ever get a big earthquake? I think the bigger risk to Oregon and Washington is an earthquake out in the Pacific that causes a tsunami that could come in and do some really, really significant damage. Seattle all the way down to
Carrie, you
Portland
duck and cover.
low.
You get under
Even
a
down to
table.
Northern California.
You have to prepare for things that could fall, so you move away from those
You
things.
get under the
duck
table.
and cover.
I got under the table when it hit because their lights were going like this. You know, they had lights hanging. You know, they hang down and they were just swinging like, you know, it was really pronounced. And so and things were falling. So we got under the damn table and we were at the San Jose State in the cafeteria.
The minute I moved to get under the table, the bookshelf fell where I would have fallen.
He's coming.
I would have really. You can't run outside. And it sounds like somebody's like banging on the door. I thought somebody was banging. I'll never forget that day. My cat did a little crazy thing, and I was like, something's ringing. And then it sounded like somebody was pounding on the door, and I was like, who the hell's that? And then boom, it started. Yeah. Christy, hi. How did we get on earthquakes? I don't remember.
Because
There was just an earthquake. There was just an
in
earthquake.
Bakersfield.
So that's about it. Nothing else going on exciting today. I was at work and you ran outside. I don't think I would have run outside. I was so scared.
I don't know, Moneymaker. We'll see. I tend to agree with you.
Oh my God, the kids were in the backyard, heavy on the toilet.
Fires are concerning.
Water's like, oh my God. Yeah, the waves, holy shit. What?
Elon, send me a Tesla.
We have a new fire that's pretty close to us. It's kind of scary.
Up in the mountains.
Yeah.
That's a tiny fire.
It's like 30 minutes away.
That's, I mean, that's just, it's only like 30 acres or something. But there, you know, the fires, it's not only just,
Quick
we're not at risk of like burning out,
What the hell are
but
those, Marion?
you know, the smoke can be really debilitating. You can't go outside when it's smoky. It can really damage lungs. It can be really, really bad for my dad, me. So
Yeah,
the
no,
fires are a serious problem. The smoke, wherever it goes.
I'm not
whichever way the
into all
winds
that
blow.
shit.
Here,
Am I up again?
Yeah, I got up like
All right,
50
all right.
times while you sat here.
Dad, stop.
I
This
know
way.
I have a cup of coffee.
There's no coffee, Dad. We're not gonna drink coffee tonight. Come sit over here.
Why?
Drink
It's gonna be a long
this right
fucking
here.
night.
Because it's nighttime.
It's going to be a long night. It's going to see Nancy House and Kamala's house this way and Ryan's. Hi Julie. I'm a foodie. I wish. I love, yeah. Celebrated her 91st birthday with a cupcake with rum in it. Oh, that's funny.
Alright, now stop. Show you where it is.
Is Ed nervous?
544.
Probably anxious. Yeah.
I
Grizzly
know.
Flats fire.
5:44.
I know.
Hardly anybody here. Hi, Daniel.
Probably an hour and a half.
Careful,
Like the
careful.
Paradise Fires were about 2 hours away from us. Where's Grizzly Flats? Grizzly Flats is up in Placerville.
That's not far at all.
Yeah, Grizzly Flats from Placerville is
Remember
45
Kelly
minutes.
lived in Grizzly Flats. Right here. Right, do not.
Oh, really, Wendy? Yeah, that's what they do in these big fires. I think he had Moe's. He had Moe's. Oh, sorry, Roseanne. Yeah, Ed was never diagnosed. Thanks, Tammy. Hi from Boston. Oh, I can let them down. Hi, Zelda. How are you?
I have to get, I'm gonna get up in 1 second, so what
Yeah,
are you
I
doing?
was just gonna let the dogs out.
I got, he's, to make sure he doesn't pull that thing off his face when he's done. Hey Chris, how you doing down in the Bay Area?
I'm sure.
I was there on Sunday.
I'm sure.
We drove down to Campbell and ate at the Garrett, which is, if you're familiar with the South Bay, Jake's Pizza was like the standard when I grew up, and it's in that Jake's Pizza family.
What's it called?
The Garrett, or the Garrett, or something. It's really good.
Oh shit! Walk the road naked. That's when I had to make the decision. Yeah.
Julianne, put on your sunscreen and wear a hat. He always has surgery because he was in the sun too much as a kid.
Yes, Donnie.
I think the Giants are up by 5 in the wild card game.
No, Eric, he's not interested in firefighting anymore.
How do you know that?
Because he wants to become a business music man in the
Well,
business.
I mean, everyone wants to become a music man, but sometimes you have to
Thanks,
do
Fiona.
something else while you're waiting to be discovered.
No, Shauna, he doesn't take any meds to help him sleep at all. And that's why he's up all night long. Yeah.
We don't give him anything.
Well, no,
that
because
tires
Shauna
him
said
out.
her grandmother is going on 2 to 3 days of no sleep and she's getting crazy violent. Yeah, that's
The
dangerous.
sign
for
is
her.
back up. There he is. He's up. How you doing, Pop? How you doing?
My Lou.
I'm doing
Little
okay.
bit.
All right, come on through here.
I
I'll
know
help you.
what you're all going. Oh, thanks,
Just
you.
went to the bathroom.
I
You
know.
were asking why Dan isn't
Want to
posting.
say hi to everybody really quick?
He just went over that.
This
about
is the
little-
show. This is the show, Pop. The
You wanna
TV
sit down?
show.
What?
If you, I'm not gonna have him sit down. I just
Yeah,
want
the
you
one
can
in
say
the
hi.
room?
Yeah, no, this is the show where everybody watches. You know, where from all over the world, you're known
I don't
worldwide.
know.
All right, Pop, we'll go watch some TV.
Where is it?
I'll show you. Keep going. Hi,
Yeah,
Coco.
Dan just went over that, actually. So he just hasn't been posted. It's been a lot of stress. He's had, when I have guests here, you know, he has a lot of expectation. And number one, he has to care for Grandpa a lot more, which, guess what? is hardy on Donnie Boy. You know, because I do carry a lot of the weight. So that's been going on. He had to do a lot of work stuff, and then what else? And then this Mohs surgery, we're not sleeping, and that type of thing. So there has been a lot of things that have prevented him from recording and posting.
What?
People are still asking.
Why I'm not posting?
Yeah,
Oh, I said earlier. It's not that
I just handled it.
Did you give him the real answer?
I gave him a little bit of everything.
Well, there's not a lot. I could post every day, but I don't want to post something. You guys have seen everything on my channel for 4 years, so I don't just want to post. So I'm posting usually every other day, because it's taken 2 days to get good videos, you know, where there's something to offer and you get some value or entertainment out of the video. And I haven't had time to write poems or do any individual content, so I'm just trying to post quality videos. And that sometimes that means that someday if I don't have it, then I just won't post that particular day. You can always find, videos somewhere. She's posting every day, so you can get Grandpa Fix every day, but...
Well, here's the thing, too, is that some people do enjoy the repetitive stuff.
No, I know. It's just, and I don't mind the repetitive stuff, but usually he's a little different, or if he's not completely with it, if he's, dozing off or losing attention. I don't like to post those videos.
No.
As much. If there's nothing to learn from the video or be entertained or, get a laugh or a smile or a feel good when he's, being himself and showing his compassion, I'm just a little more picky about what I'm posting. And that's partly because I'm doing a lot right now, and partly because he's getting, he's getting a little further along in the disease. So it may be more difficult to get content that I think is worth posting, but that's why I'm not just neglecting the posting. And I've been posting, I post on 3 different sites too, so.
Yeah, but you
I usually post the same, I'm trying to post the same one.
We get stealers that come in and take, so we
Right,
can't.
if I post something on TikTok, it'll end up on
Thank you.
YouTube the next day, so.
Yeah, so we have to be very careful on what we post and where we put it, because it's horrible. They're immediately stealing our videos right away. And sometimes the videos that we post get more views by the thieves than they do by us. It's the weirdest thing.
Julianne, I know. I don't feel any pressure to post for that reason. It's just I want to post quality and something that you will have a reason to watch the video. So, and maybe I'm getting more picky. I don't know. But there's also a lot of stuff going on. Just a lot going on in our lives right now. I'm not putting him in the facility eventually. I do not, I hope Blue Eyes Healthcare, my wish is that he dies right there in that room. Happy, and after he had a good day and a good meal, and after a day that he laughed, I hope to find him right here at home with his family, or with more family around. The only way I would put him in a home is if physically I can't take care of him, or I can't provide him the care or meds or whatever it is. I mean, we would take every step we could to keep him here. Bringing in a nurse, bringing in hospice if he got to that point. That's the route that I prefer to go. I never ever want to have to put him in a place. I can't say, what if I get sick or had another heart attack? I mean, it's just really a difficult thing, but it is my intention never to do that, and to make sure my mom never gets in one either.
You don't avoid one.
Thank you for what you're doing, the hospice nurse. That is, I mean, it takes a special person to do that, because you don't have good outcomes and you get to know people. It is, it's almost like being an oncologist. Am I over talking or
Yes.
something? All right.
So I'm getting a door. So he was supposed to have it installed yesterday, but he had car problems, and so there's going to be a door right in the back of us to hopefully keep him from wandering, which means it's probably going to be more
that just means she's
it's
going
gonna
to
be
wander
harder
into
for
our room
us.
instead of the other
it's
direction.
gonna be
Or
harder.
he'll come in and go, how do I get out of here? Or he'll try and break
How are
through it.
you? Oh, good. He's doing good. Okay. We were thinking about you. So that's what's gonna happen.
Mama, I tend to agree with you, but I have to be really careful, because there's a lot of people that can't do what I'm doing for practical reasons, or at the period they're in their life, or they have little kids, or they don't have the space in their home, or they're one person and they can't do it. It is, especially if they're working. I mean,
Oh my gosh, Chris.
I don't ever want to, cast shame or dispersion on anybody that can't do it.
It's not
You know, if you have to have a person in a home, then my suggestion is, you know, my dad's mom was in a home and he visited her every single day. My dad showed me, you know, how to act, and he visited my grandma every day, and he took me many times.
Okay, that's
I was
awesome.
there I was there the same day she died, the night I was there. And I never would have been there, but my dad grabbed me and took me there to see her almost every day. He took somebody, one of his kids, to see her. And you know, if you don't have them in your house, you can pay your respect by visiting them. You know, checking up on them, making sure that they're being taken care of, that they're, you know, that their linens are changed, that their whatever is changed, and they're clean, and their room doesn't smell. I mean, there's ways you can show your love if you can't have them with you.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Daniel, I do, you know, you have got an amazing job too. My mom is in a place, she's in independent living, but within that environment, they have, you know, assisted living, and they also have memory care. And I know that the director there, Eric, does an amazing job, and it's hard. It's really hard. I know what you do is difficult.
It's either someone broke down or my grandpa. Shit, Shauna. I know it's hard. And you guys,
Thanks
you know,
for the follow. A quick follow would be greatly appreciated.
the thing is that we know he's going to get worse, right? I mean, nobody has to tell us that. Well, he's going to get worse, you know. Well, no shit, he's going to get worse.
He's
That's
got
part
it.
of the
You
disease.
can see the progression. You're gonna put the dog away. You can see the progression from the beginning of the videos.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's gotten worse, and that's the way this
That's
disease
just the way the
goes.
disease goes. It's like people are so aggressive when it comes to that. I don't get why.
My
We
mom
know.
is not with my sister. My sister is installing and preparing, but my mom is fiercely independent. And we had a rough night last night. I mean, I had to get up at 5 o'clock for my dad, and at 12:30 I get a call from my mom. Her foot was swollen and hurting, and we had to sit there and make a decision. Do you go to the emergency room? What are we going to do? And the last time she went to the emergency room, when it happened to the other foot, she came back with COVID.
And they didn't do anything.
It didn't do anything. She was up all night, and it was a really tough comeback. So we decided last night on the phone for 15 minutes on a FaceTime that she was going to tough it out, take some Motrin, and it turned out okay. She woke up and she was fine.
So you got her calling. I hear the phone. I bolt up. He wasn't in the room at
I
the
was
time.
up with my dad when she called
And
at 12:30.
I was like, shit, because I knew Andrew wasn't home.
Anybody
so then I
that
get
calls
worried.
at 12,
Yeah.
when you get a call at 12:30.
So then I see it's his mom, and he comes in the room. Your mom called, and then you can't fall asleep after that, and then you've still got Ed walking up. God damn it, Dad.
And I'm laying awake thinking about my mom, and I got to get up at 5 in the morning. It was a rough night.
Yeah. Baxter sitting on the top of the
And
couch.
my dad was up at 4 in the morning.
He was up.
And,
And
you
then he
know,
wouldn't get up. So then this morning,
And when 4 in the
He-
morning, when you're up and you have to get up at 5, it's not like you're going to fall asleep from 4 to 5 in the morning.
so then he gets up in the morning time about 5:50, and he starts getting Ed ready. Like he showered, and then he was, Dad, like didn't respond, dead cold.
He was out.
Dad,
Up
dead
all
cold.
night, and then when it's time
Dad,
to get up,
time
out.
to- he wouldn't get up. And then I'm like thinking, is he dead? Like, why is he not responding? And then finally, he just popped his eyes open after the 5th dad. It's time to get up. And he started singing a song, and I was like, Lord have mercy. It's just
Good
no sleep.
morning, good morning, good. My dad's looking at me like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's going on?
he did not. I know.
He
because
did not want to get up.
I literally, why were you in the ER, PS? I literally was like, is the guy dead? Like, why isn't Dan coming to get me?
Yes, I hope you're
'Cause
okay.
He always wakes up. That's the worst thing. But I think he sleeps the most, the longest in the morning hours. He gets a good 2 to 3 hour stretch.
Between breakfast and lunch, he'll oftentimes fall asleep. And then he's up all afternoon.
Yeah, so we're pretty beat.
Okay, you're working, you're taking care of someone and working full time.
Oh God, PS.
And it's me. And if you're doing that alone, I mean, you are a better person than I am. Because I couldn't do it. And I don't mean like, I don't want to do it. I would want to do it, but I couldn't do it. I would just, you're a hero, okay? An angel, a hero, whatever word you want to use.
Carrie, it doesn't work like that.
I didn't see what PS said.
She had abdominal surgery on Monday, and then she was coughing and having a hard time breathing. So she went by. So anyhow, Carrie, it doesn't work like that. I mean, you know, life is too complicated. There's a lot of things for me to do here. So when he's sleeping, I'm not ready.
Catherine, it can break you. I can attest to that. I wanted to make a video. In fact, I considered making a video just to caregivers saying, you know, you see a lot of, you know, patients on these videos, and I just wanted to tell people on Sunday I lost it, like just lost it, because I had them from the morning. I traveled to the Bay Area with them and my mom, and by the time I got home, I was already, you know, past my limit. And it got tough, and Danielle was at the casino, and it was tough. I had just one day all alone. It was really tough.
There wasn't a chance. What did I say? I have so many things going through my head right now. Yeah, you know, Jennifer, I lose it too. And sometimes when
Omar, I'm sorry. Someone said it changed his view of American society. This is American society. I mean, it may not be that common, but you can see the response that, you know, Americans would want to do this. We live in a country that values, you know, time you put into work, and there's a conflict there, you know, taking care, family leave. We're not quite caught up with the rest of the world yet. You know, a lot of people in America are way too focused on the paycheck and the stock options or the 401k or the stock market or whatever. And in the end, I think Steve Jobs put it the best. You know, when he was dying, he's all the accumulation of wealth and things mean nothing when you're facing imminent death. They mean nothing. The only thing that means anything is you know, what did I leave? Not that Steve Jobs didn't leave anything for the world, but, you know, we're not all Steve Jobs, right? He's a rare person. And what do we leave? We leave the impact we make on other people, which are the people that we love and see every day, and our grandkids. That's the legacy we leave until we disappear from everybody's mind.
I can't.
Daycare is also a struggle. We dealt with daycare, you know, when our kids were born, Danielle worked in daycare. And so she stayed in daycare, and my kids were raised in daycare, but with their mother, who was the director of the daycare. And when she quit work, when she was pregnant with Andrew and the two girls, there was no more daycare. When she couldn't take care of them, we opted to have her raise them at home, raise the kids at home. And we were lucky enough to be able to do that.
He didn't have a choice.
The damn show. I don't know why I'm talking. I can't stop talking. I don't know what it is. There's Hannah 5. We have a Hannah 6.
It's exhausting. That's why I talk about it every day. You lose your shit.
Certified yapper.
Yeah, seriously. Jeez Louise. I'm like.
And I didn't even really feel. You know, I was stressed out all day, so I was questioning whether I could even get on. But the beer does help relieve the stress.
I don't remember what it is. But it's like a grayish.
Donna, that's great.
It's gray. Oh, all right. I'm hungry.
I am not from. Are you really? You're done?
Yeah, I'm done because I can't. It's boring when I have to sit here and just listen. You're not done? For once, you're not done?
I'm just saying. Go ahead and talk.
All right, I'll sit here.
Surgery went well.
I'll drink my iced tea.
TikTok trolls don't bother me. That is not something that, you know, I'm lucky that way. Comments don't bother me at all. My dad has had more Mohs surgeries than I can count. I mean, just with me, I think I've been to 5 of them. Mark had one, and he's had them before he got sick, where he would actually drive himself, you know, 15 years ago.
Yeah, we'll talk in the morning. I'll do all my
My wife
talking
hates
in
me
the morning. Every day, it's just iced tea. Just iced tea and nugget ice. This is it. I put, no, Jody, unfortunately, no. Iced tea and nugget ice with a little bit of lemon.
Someone asked if she wanted the casino where she would.
I said, unfortunately not.
I know.
Okay, what's so bad about that?
I don't know, maybe the third time you went in a week.
So, my guest is here,
So,
that's what she wants
I
to
know,
do.
I know you have excuses. I gotta go with him, I gotta go with her, whatever.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
I know.
You have a lot of excuses. The only common denominator is that they involve other people that want to go, and you're always the one that goes with them.
And?
You're the common denominator.
So?
Well, I mean, it's money.
That it is. You can't gamble with a nipple.
No,
Or your good looks.
no,
Nope.
that's what it is.
Think about all those times you used to go without me.
Yeah, when I was making a lot of money, that wasn't a problem. Now I'm retired. I mean, you're
Sean,
gonna.
don't.
I'm gonna die before you. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, Bexy, he does give the Bex hugs. Can't take money with you. That's for sure. The only people taking it are my kids anyway. So between my kids taking it now, they're going to take it when I'm dead too. So there you have it. I'm spending it. I tell my kids all the time, I'm blowing all your money at the casino. So you better start saving.
You mean our money?
No, mine.
Not your money.
It's
Our
mine.
money.
No, what yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
Right, but you're really blowing our money,
My money.
not your money.
My money. Just like this is my house, you're driving my car.
Yeah, but in reality,
I will.
Danny, I agree.
Can you mute Dan too, Christopher? Maybe block his ass too from the channel. Oh, Megan. Carmen, why don't I work? Why don't I work?
She does work now.
Carmen, you know
She
how
works
hard
really, really hard
Do you
now. She
know
actually
how-
contributes to social media, which is and she does work a lot harder than I do at social media.
I do. I have a lot of eggs in the
That's
basket.
for sure.
Plus manage the house, help take care of grandpa, micromanage my children, and everything else. So, you want to ask me what I do for work again, please? That's what I thought. I work hard, and I also work very hard with social media. I have multiple accounts myself. I have my hands in merchandise. I have my hands in TikTok shop. I have my hands in all sorts of different things.
I'm working on different things. I'm working on things too, bigger things outside of social media. Ziggy, this is not so much, this is Danielle and I communicating. Right now, sometimes we communicate on social media. I can say things here that sometimes I can't say to her, or she'll get angry at me. And this is an outlet for us. We are having you're saying these are all real issues. Am I not letting you talk?
Oops, hard every second of the day. You must be. I'm like, what do you? And I just had somebody come on that just got muted and said, "Well, you're nothing without your husband." Oh no, I'm myself.
I'm nothing. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this without her. Let's get that straight. I am 100% dependent on her to take care of my dad in a way that he deserves to be taken care of. I couldn't do it alone because my stress level would be so high, he would be getting mediocre care. And so I am grateful for what she's doing for my dad and my family. And I know my family's also grateful. She does a lot for him. And for that, I am incredibly grateful. She has no obligation to do it. And she does. And it allows me to do what I'm doing. So, that being said, we don't fight or have issues over money or gambling or whatever. But let's be clear, day-to-day living, we are a team, and I could not do it well without her. It would be so much more difficult, and so much more difficult on the rest of my family. because I'd be calling on them, and you know, it would take things away from my mom. So I am absolutely grateful for the care that she provides for my dad. No question about it. I wouldn't say she's my better half. I think I'm the better half.
No, there's always.
But I also think I'm like
what do they say
my
about the
parents'
women?
favorite child.
What do they say about the women? There's always a strong-ass woman behind a successful man.
You have to be strong. It's not about being strong. Your contribution is not about being strong. It's about making sacrifice that you do every day. You know, whether she's happy or angry at me or whatever, the care is consistent.
Agree, Megan.
For my dad, right? So it's not being strong. It's being real and being considerate and compassionate.
About all the women are agreeing with me. It's a women thing.
Well, I mean, I don't agree
all the
with
strong ass.
I don't the SAB stuff. I mean, it's fine, and it's your shtick.
Yeah, but strong is also sacrifices. It makes you a strong person to be able to put your life a hold. It is.
You were doing that long. You've always done that. You always made sacrifices for the kids. You've always done that, no matter where you felt you were strong or weak in life. That's your greatest quality, is that you do it every frickin' day, and you've done it every frickin' day. You do have some sass that comes out.
Well, no shit.
And you know, to me, you know, people you know, react the way they do, and they give you negative comments. Look, man, I mean, my response is she does what needs to be done every single day. And if she wants to be sassy about it, who the hell am I to complain? I'm grateful. It doesn't mean I agree with the way she does it or the way that she interacts with trolls or any of that stuff. But for the important shit, you know, the stuff taking care of my kids and taking care of my dad, and you know, she's great with my mom, and those things I appreciate them. Criminal law.
And yeah, you're not going to be perfect throughout the day. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be tired. You're going to be, you know, we all have faults. We all do things to fuck up throughout the course of the day.
Dad's still up.
It is what it is. I own my shit. I don't care. No.
I think
my ears are itchy.
You know, part of it is that
Itchy.
I have an identity. I've had an identity my whole life. I'm a lawyer. I've done my whole thing. I have, you know, I've made my contribution. Danielle is now at whatever she is, 60 years old. How old are you? 50? She's finding herself. She's finding her own place in the world. She's making her own person, and she's, you know, working through that and discovering things, you know, through this wonderful thing called social media. So I just kind of back off and let her, you know, behind the scenes, I'll try to say, you know, maybe if you did, but she just shuts me down.
I shut him down.
She just shuts me down.
Big
Don't take my
surprise.
advice for anything.
Big surprise. What? Big surprise.
We all just keep them in bed, city girl. That's what we
Why
do.
even respond to that?
Because it's funny.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
why
respond,
that's
but
why
you can.
most of the videos are shot when he's in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I on my couch? I've said nothing but nice things. I've just spoken the truth.
Called me 60.
That
You're
was
not-
a joke.
No, I know, but you're just, you keep digging your hole is what they're saying.
Well, I'm so far. I'm 5 miles down in the earth. If that's the case.
He's been
digging.
You're only 5 miles?
Whatever. I'm halfway to China.
Oh, God.
I'm a lawyer. I talk. That's what I do. I have a mouth.
No, you don't always talk. It's just funny. Sometimes you get very overbearing in these lives because you just don't stop talking. Coming from tonight where you were tired.
I'm exhausted and I'm drinking beer. So the beer is giving me some artificial energy and you're getting the blabber with it.
Who gets more frustrated with that, Dad? You know what? It depends on the day. It depends on the day.
I keep having to overtalk. I always say the care that he receives has nothing to do with his behavior.
It's us.
It's all how the caregiver is doing at that moment. He could be, you know, on the most repetitive kick in the world. And if I'm having a great day and I'm laughing, I'm going to roll with it. But when I'm already stressed, I've had, you know, people calling me about this or that, or I have to do something tomorrow, or I got to get something done today, and he's being repetitive, then you're going to see
I mean, it's funny because
frustration
the Zoom hears
come
it.
out.
Sometimes I'm on unmuted. You know, they see all of us at our bad parts, you know, of the day.
Yeah,
It's just normal behavior. It is what it is. It's just you can't be perfect all the time. We have other shit to worry about and stress out about. And sometimes that's hard and annoying AF, right? I don't want to sit and answer the same questions. I think I told him to sit down 20 times while I was making him dinner.
You went to school with a Dan Salinger in Dixon. I mean, I know there's other Dan Salingers, but Dixon's
too,
not
Carrie.
far from
Me
here.
too.
Dixon's like 90 miles down the road.
And I yell.
And I don't know
Oh.
of a Dan Salinger in Northern California. I know of like another Adam Salinger. I know there are other Salingers here, John Salinger in Napa.
I honestly,
but I didn't know.
I
there's
don't
a
think
Dan here.
anybody could take care of me. I don't think I've raised any, I don't think my kids are strong enough to take care of me the way I take care of Ed. Honestly, I just don't think so. It takes a lot, and that's why I always tell my kids just to stick me in a home. Because I think it's hard. It's hard, and I don't want my kids to
My
have
dad
to
was a
deal.
doctor.
Yeah, I just don't want to. What?
I don't believe you.
Andrew? I don't think so. Andrew, would you wipe my butt when I get older?
I've never done that in 4 years of caring, so I don't know why that came out. That's not something we've ever had to deal
Not
with.
yet, but it's going to be on the horizon.
Lessons. Andrew is amazing. He is. I don't know how the hell we produced him.
I would suck. You know, one of my kids, I bet you, if I still make it that long, you guys, I mean, who knows? So one of them I know will take me and they will care for me. And they've already been told they need to just take me to a casino with whatever money I have left and budget it out for me and put me in my wheelchair. They can drop me off and pick me up within a couple hours.
I'll just tell him, just buy a freaking slot machine and tell her she's at a casino and have like a casino room and just wheel her in, put her in front of a machine, and you get to collect the money that she puts in. That's what they ought to do. Let her think she's in a casino.
What if I have my mind? That won't work, smarty pants.
Paula, writing on a whiteboard, we've done that. We've been there. And it's, you know, sometimes it works, you know, it might work occasionally.
Oh, thanks, Daniel. Do you have slot machines there? Can you get me to the casino? That's all I care about. You know, who knows what's going to happen with the kids, but.
To a casino room. I mean, I'd like a game room, like with pinball machines and stuff like that. I would love that.
Like Alzheimer's Casino Lounge. We can start it. It's a new business opportunity. Who's in? Me. You're taking a group to a local casino. See? That's the group home I need to be in. It lingers. I've heard, Kevin, it lingers. It's horrible, this one.
No, she doesn't tell me. I don't ask. I don't want to hear it.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, you guys are pissing them off.
No, I mean, I don't. Your gambling to me is abhorrent because I've done it. I mean, I can't say I don't understand it, but at this point,
Hi, Dee.
you know, when you're facing retirement and you
We'll
know,
make
I'm
a
not
wheelchair
working,
gang.
I'm not making, I'll never make the money that I made when I was practicing. So to me, it's now not something that I think is worth the whatever you get out of it. It's just not worth it. It is a great escape, but it ain't good. And you know, the more you go, the more you lose. You become more jaded. I've been there. I've done it. But when I was doing it, I was making a lot of money, and that changes the equation. I agree, Mitch. I totally agree at this point. I've gotten older and wiser, and I got a little more self-control. I don't dabble in the things that take away your self-control anymore, so I've grown.
Goodman, stop it.
Is Daniel high maintenance? Not really. I mean, I don't have to. I mean, used to be. You know, I'm just done with the things like Louis Vuitton. I mean, that stuff's all history for me. So, it's not like I'm out doing anything either. I spend nothing, literally nothing. I don't care. I don't need anything. There's nothing.
You have your garden and you have your food. You go out to eat every day.
Yeah, I'll buy food and
And your sugar.
and my sugar,
Your addiction.
my firm.
Guard it.
So, and that, but I mean, even that I'm cutting back on because I'm not liking the side effects. So I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to make myself better all the
Patrick,
time.
that's not what he was saying. Not older and Danielle has gotten younger. Patrick, get over yourself, bro.
No, I mean, and I will be perfectly honest with you. Most of the bad habits that she has, I've given her. That's the reality of it. I'm the one who,
All right, I'll
who
see you
ventured into gambling a lot and the other crap that was not good that we dabbled in. I created that because I was really hedonistic.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick, if you think that's what Dan's saying, you are really
No,
close-minded.
I'm just saying that.
No, Patrick was basically saying he's just being one-sided in that.
I'm growing up, and you're still suffer from some of the things that I suffered from in my less mature years. How about that way? And that's true. She's having a more difficult time putting that stuff behind us than I did. But I also had a heart attack, which is a real come to Jesus moment, and my dad and my son. I mean, there's been a lot of things that have shown me my mortality is around the corner, and there's nothing guaranteed in this world. That's what I told Danielle. I don't say, you can't, you don't do it. I say, I may not be here in 10 years. Now, I'm comfortable if I'm here. I don't care. I could work at frickin' McDonald's if I had to support, pay the rent or whatever. I don't care. I have no shame about that. But I know it would be more difficult for her if I was dead to maintain this lifestyle. So.
Trust me, Stacy, all right. I don't know why people think I'm angry all the time, because that's what you want to choose to see. It sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
Well, I mean, reacting like that isn't angry.
No, I'm just telling
But
her. I'm telling her that's her problem. A projection on oneself is often noticeable
Smile.
when they come
Smile.
in.
Smile. If you smile, that people will think you're happy, and
They don't.
they do.
They still come for me. It doesn't matter what I do.
Smile.
No.
Smile.
No.
What's a good song to sing?
I think it's far from it. But
Sing
no.
a song,
Um,
and if you're happy,
Dan always
the
gets off
world will
scot-free.
sing along.
Yeah.
Don't worry if you've got a frown, turn it into a smile and people will be happy.
My suggestion
The Carpenters.
is to you people who are going bye-bye is to stop with the remarks, because you're going quicker than flies on
I
the
don't,
ship.
and my suggestion is don't look at the
I'm not. I just see them going bye-bye, but they think they're going to get away with it. So I said,
I'm getting
I
away
don't.
with what? They're sitting here on our channel.
No, I
Like
know.
when we cancel people from our channel, we're losing, right? So I don't think blocking everybody is the answer. I think we want to, there's a bit of, you can hold in some of the.
Yeah. Do you know
negativity.
how many negativity I've
You get a lot of
holding
negativity. I know it. I know it's god awful, but I did too at the beginning.
in? No, you didn't.
Well, you can
Not
say that.
the same way. Men and women are so different in this game. For you to say that is complete dog doo-doo.
Well, I
It's
got
not
a lot of negativity, and you called it out. The kids, you gotta get off. Don't do that. And I said, I'm not worried about the negativity. It doesn't bother me. I'm confident in what I do.
I would love for you, even you. I mean, you forget sometimes. You trip over yourself because there's been a couple days where you were like, "Holy shit."
No, you get the shit. I've seen
This is so bad. Like, people come after you. It doesn't matter what I do. I can smile.
Well, no. You put on content, and I have no problem with the content or the way you deal with them. I know that. He's fine with it, but you sometimes put on content that you know is going to create that stuff,
Sometimes I do.
and you kind of like it, the drama or whatever. I'm just not that way. I don't want to have arguments on social media. I don't want to argue with people I don't know. I don't want to have to explain. She's smiling. We react differently to that kind of stuff. See, look at all the smiling you're getting. That's because you're smiling. Look what you did, just with a smile. A smile is an amazing thing. When you're in public, and you smile at people, when they're walking through, open the door for people, smile at them, watch the way they react. People are shocked. Oh my God. You open, a man's walking in, and I see him, so I'll open the door. I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet of you.
Try it.
Oh shit! You open the door for a man?
It's called frickin' karma. Try
Oh.
it. It comes back. It comes back to.
It comes
Karma
back.
is real.
When you have the same amount of stress that I get and the same amount of bullying and harassment every day, then you can come and talk to me, bruh. But until then, shut up.
I've tried to give you suggestions on how you can reduce that.
You can't reduce it.
You don't want to listen.
This aura just produces it naturally.
It doesn't have to.
Oh, it glows off of me.
Isn't it better when she's
Yeah.
smiling? Look, people love you when you're smiling.
This is so fun.
They love it.
Do you love this, guys? Is this my new what? Yeah. I got it down.
I can't stop smiling. So you're making me laugh, and obviously that's good. Kill them with kindness. Kill the trolls with kindness. Watch, I do get some bad comments sometimes.
No, you don't. Do not even compare yourself to me.
And
Stop it.
My response
Right
to
now.
them is, I'll hit them with a compliment.
All my people are like, yeah, my TMJ is coming back.
Smiling is contagious. It is. And laughing is contagious. And so is bitterness and anger, right? So you give off, you get back what you give off.
The difference
I found that
between
to be
men
true.
and women is completely different on social media. Don't even compare the two. You get nothing, and you have never gotten what I've
Okay,
gotten.
and I'm gonna do
Nothing.
the man's counter to that. This
Because
is
I am a woman.
This is what every man is thinking right now, and I've heard this communicated to me. That's right. Women do get more bad comments, but a woman, a pretty woman can get on a frickin' and make a video, hi, and get 1 million views. Men can't do that. Women have, also an advantage on social media.
Men
you
can
use your sexuality.
No, so can
to-
men. And let me
Well,
tell
I
you,
know, I can.
I get a lot. Well, no, you can't.
Thank
but
you very much. That's wonderful. It was not a second of hesitation there. Did you see that? No.
No, but there is men on my FYP who are using their sexuality and their bodies to.
Why are they
get-
on your FYP?
Because they show up.
Well, I wonder
The
why.
same reason the girls show up on yours.
I don't have girls showing
Yes,
up on
you
mine.
do.
The
But Dan,
truth just spilled out. Did you hear that?
You don't-
I
you
have
have-
men on my FUP that use it. What are you watching?
What the fuck is an FUP?
FYP, whatever the hell it is. What are you watching? That's what I'm concerned.
There's a
with,
couple
man.
guys who do push-ups. They don't show they're in jeans.
I've never seen a guy doing push-ups
Well,
on my
I'll
FYP.
send it to you. I'm gonna start social media. There's a guy who jump ropes with no shirt on.
Wonderful.
There's guys that do flips in the air in leggings.
And there's 8 billion girls
The
that do
pole
nothing
jumper.
but jump on
Guess
and
what
smile.
my family sent me today?
What?
My mom's side of the family. The fucking pole jumper. I said, you guys are 5 days too small, too short. I've been watching this video for the last 5 days.
I've
and they
watched
laughed at me.
comedians that do acts
There's
on
a
that
chopping.
already.
There's a chopping wood guy. Naked? Half naked? All right. Well, send me his handle name.
All right, but again, I'm not jealous. I'm just saying that women also have advantages in social media. They have disadvantages. A fucking 56-year-old bald fat guy is not going to get on.
Some people might like the old fat guy, the bald old fat guy. Put a Speedo on, see what happens. Start jump roping, hula hooping. You could too get a following.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a fucking Speedo on and start jump roping.
When Grandpa dies,
I'm sure
this
that
is
would
your
get millions of you. You would probably get like I could probably get the same amount of views if I watched, past a car wreck, with flipped over cars and burning shit. It would get the same kind of views.
And I bet, we're right, Carrie, you won't get bullied like a woman. Guaranteed.
I would be absolutely trounced.
Try
If
to
I
grace
got in a
the
Speedo and started jump rope, it would be horrific. And the comments would be horrific. I would be absolutely smashed and trashed and beat up, stuffed into a bag, and just the laughing stock of the entire country.
And we have your new platform.
No, I agree. I'm not saying that that's a great way to go get a following by exposing yourself, because it doesn't leave you with a lot of options, right? What do you do when you decide I don't want to expose myself anymore? You have to. But if they use it to attract people and then they have something to offer, it's a great advantage that men don't have.
The first day you'd probably go
People
viral.
aren't going to stop for a 56-year-old bald man.
Yes, they would. If you were in a Speedo and a tutu and heels,
They would stop for a different reason.
they would stop and you would go viral, guaranteed. Let's try it tomorrow and see what happens.
I'll
give you a pair of my bathing suit bottoms. See,
The thing is, I have no desire to go viral with that video.
do a pole vaulting skit. It wouldn't be the same, Leanne.
That's a good idea. That's freaking hilarious. Like, if you stuffed like a giant cucumber in your pants and then jumped over a little bar, and you could be a great spoof. That's a great idea. It's too much work for us, but somebody could do it.
And everybody's in for the Dan and the hula hoop tomorrow.
The hula hoop. I can hula hoop.
In your Speedo.
I'm not wearing a Speedo on social media, on the beach, at the pool, or even in the backyard. I'm not wearing a Speedo.
All right, can you chop wood in just jeans and no shirt on? Okay, fine. You don't have to wear the Speedo. Just do the hula hoop in leggings and no shirt on. I can't.
By the way, I've been told that in person I look a lot skinnier than I do on here.
Shit,
Just
here
so
we
you
go.
know, I don't know what I look like, but I'm imagining like the Michelin Man or a snowman, or some kind of large stomach creature, or that Pillsbury Doughboy. But I'm told when people see me in person, oh, you are a lot skinnier than you look. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay?
Shirtless men, and all these men that do that stuff, they all have nice bodies. Chopping wood. How about you can sit on the, I've got one for Dan.
But okay,
You
those
can sit on the
those
lawnmower,
men
the John
are
Deere.
those men are all in their 20s,
Grapes.
right? You don't have 50-year-old men, but you're a 50-year-old woman.
I'm not naked on my
Sometimes
videos.
your navel's showing.
My navel?
Your navel,
My navel
your belly
shows.
button. You ever
does.
get your belly button showing?
No, not since the fluff has been here.
The fluff.
My fluff.
I think
You
the
know the
fluff
little
is-
pooch you like in my belly, and you
Like
grab
pooch.
it and hold on
Who
to
doesn't
it
like a little
and
pot
say,
belly?
God, I love this pot belly.
I have a pot belly.
Yeah.
Pulp
And
Fiction.
likes-
I mean, Quentin Tarantino
and
wrote
likes-
that bit about a pot belly. It's
and
one of the
likes-
most brilliant.
And likes to point out my pot belly. That makes me feel great.
I love a pot belly. It's a pot belly. You gonna ride your motorcycle? It's a chopper, baby. It's a chopper. God, what a great ride.
Dan
Who
got,
the hell? I mean,
Dan
can
got
you imagine
off
riding
on
that
the
for that
vibrating
long?
board. He
Quentin
stepped on it for
Tarantino.
like 5 seconds. And he's all, "Is this a fucking joke?" And he kept pulling out his shirt. And then he got off. He said, "That's it. This is the fucking stupid ass shit."
Pot belly and a chick. I think it's sexy as hell. I don't like skinny as a rail. I don't like skinny as a rail. Look, she's so hot. How come I don't get that?
You get
I
that
think
all the
she's hot.
time. Every woman. So
I don't get.
Not every woman.
He's so hot.
You do. You get like, Dan, I think you're handsome. Dan, screw your
I
wife.
think
I'll
they-
take you.
I think they just like my personality.
They think you have money. That's the only thing. That's why.
Well, I have assets, but the money is
You have no assets. They're mine. So I don't know what they're going to get their hands on.
you're evil. I mean, you're clearly evil.
I've been told that, but many fellow wears.
Thank you, Amy. I saw it. Oh, look at that.
See, sexy Dan. Now you're just calling.
Yeah, and then there's Sexy Dan with a laughing emoji after it, so it's not quite the same thing.
No, he's nice looking.
I'm getting lost in Dan's eyes.
Dan, you get cute.
I like these comments.
Dan, you're cute. It's fine.
It's not what you say off camera.
What do I say?
You've done very many nice things to say about my appearance.
I never say anything about your
Am I
appearance.
fat?
You're not skinny. What do you want me to say? What would you like to be called?
I would just say I
Plump?
love you no matter what you look like.
Okay, let's try
How
it
about
again.
that?
Ask me the question.
Am I fat?
I love you just the way you are.
So you like fat people?
I love fat people.
All right.
No, you can't say that. I don't like that. That made me feel
I'm-
uncomfortable.
There's nothing wrong with liking fat people. People do, and people have fetishes.
Pleasantly plump.
I like that. Pleasantly plump. Husky.
Husky.
That's even better.
Yeah, Ed won't hold back. Ed will not. That's something he's never said.
You know, I heard a good Billy Joel song today. It was No Man's Land. I haven't heard it in a long time, but you know, it's a song about. I think it's about development, moving into pristine areas. Billy Joel was watching areas become developed and freaking strip malls put in on good land. Great song, No Man's Land. I'm 56 and she's 50.
Beefy. Yeah, well, he wants to be beefy.
Healthy, not gone. I like that even better.
We like beefy in certain areas as women.
I gotta go pee.
I need a big chuck roast, thank you.
I got pee.
Oh, thanks, Terry. Charismatic. He's charismatic. Oh, Dan, you're so charismatic. I like thick. I like them thick and large and round. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing never and always count on me, for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times. Thank you, Terry, I appreciate it. Oh, I knew that was coming. Donna, take it with a grain of fucking salt, please. It's so exhausting. I knew that comment, and when I said that comment, when he made me repeat himself, I knew somebody was gonna out there say something about, y'all, holy moly guacamole, you can pick apart a turnip if the sun didn't shine right on it. I mean, you guys, we all know you can pick apart anything anybody says. You guys stop taking things so fucking serious.
And here's another thing.
For the love of fucking
We're
Pete.
sitting on here for how long? We've been on here for 100 minutes. I probably said so many stupid things when you're on here with no script, just responding honestly to questions, right? There's nobody PR people telling us what to say. We're just talking. So, I mean, a lot of stuff, I'm sure we're going to say some really odd things, but that's, do you want scripted? I don't think so. People don't get on social media to see, scripted stuff. Erica, Togos, I think about it almost every day. I even thought about it today. We will definitely be getting Togos soon. I want to try one of their. I want to try a pastrami. I'm ready to eat another pastrami sandwich. She's gonna talk. Thank you, Diane. You got a thing from.
Oh, thanks, Diane. Anyhow, I'm really hungry.
All right, so you are ready. All right,
I'm
we've been on for
ready.
100 minutes. That's fine. It's longer than I thought we'd last tonight. It's a rough day. It's gonna be a rough night.
I'm really tired.
So just know that when we get off here, it's not like it's gonna be an easy night. It's gonna be very tough. But
I'm already starting to stress out about this evening.
I start stressing like a week before every Mohs procedure, and I know it's gonna be hard. But so tonight we'll get through it, and definitely we'll be on Friday night, right? There's nothing going on Friday night.
No.
out here in no man's land.
Yeah, so you guys, and you know, people, you gotta realize too that people like to pick on people in general, just people on social media, on lives, on videos, and all that stuff. And you just try to be a little understanding that nobody knows what's lying underneath the surface, right? You don't know why people are stressed out, or they don't seem as happy, or they are more attacking one day. You guys, please be aware of that. Unless you just really do it because you get off on it, one of the two.
Well, that's, people get off on it. That's why you gotta respond sometimes. the way
That's
you do.
why I
All right.
respond the way I want to.
Well,
'Cause
I
have boundaries.
But that encourages the people that get off on it. You're giving them what they want.
no, because then I block them when I want.
But I'm saying when you
Easy
block
peasy,
everybody,
lemon
then you're
squeezy.
talking. If you block
Kindness is free.
if you
Kindness is free.
if you block everybody,
Kindness is free.
you're talking to yourself.
We need to love
You may as
more.
well. I'm
We
ready.
need to-
I'm ready to go loud. All right. With that, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. And we'll be back on Friday for another episode of God Knows What the Hell's Gonna Happen.